He's attacking you. I see it.
We're live.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Word.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
What's
We
up?
got Zack, David, Megan. It's great.
It's an excellent night. It's a lovely Friday.
It's a real night, bro.
Exactly. He said it.
He
Best.
said it. So what's going on? What you guys been up to all day?
Working.
How's work?
Actually, I had a really
Friday.
good day at work. But like I said earlier, just like everyone's been miserable today.
I was good today.
Yeah, and Zack, me and Zack were saying earlier, I think like, it's just I don't know. Everybody the past couple days has been like pissed off, and like, I just feel like it's the weather, but I don't understand. It's so weird how the weather has like an effect like that on people.
Everyone's.
I know allergies are real tough on people this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
People have never gotten it this year are getting slammed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My allergies are actually like really good this year, so it's weird that you said that. I got hit.
They're
like,
not as bad as the first year I got. The first year I got it was just like
Yeah.
hurt my sinuses, hurt the touch right here because my sinuses were just like, it's like I could breathe out of my nose and stuff, but it's like I couldn't blow anything out. It was just like so much pressure. It's like screwed.
Yeah, I don't know how, a while ago now, years ago, I had allergy shots for like so many years. I think it was like 5 years. Which, for those of you that don't know, allergy shots, they just shoot like the actual, they have like
Allergen?
an extract of the actual allergen that you're allergic to, and they take that extract, that liquid extract, and they just shoot it in like it's just a shot. They shoot a certain amount into your arm. I got them in my arm, but when I first started, I had 3 shots in my right arm and 2 shots in my left arm.
What were you allergic to?
Everything.
A lot of
I am
things.
allergic to, but my
anything
point
that's
is,
green.
yeah, everything. Like, I'm allergic to like nature, dude. It's like grass. When I was a kid, I rolled around in grass. That was a nightmare. I'd have hives everywhere, but I just dealt with it. And it was like all the fruits. If I eat like watermelon or something, even to this day, my lips will like swell up a little bit sometimes. But like, for the most part, like, so a lot of those fruits were just so good that like my allergy wasn't that bad. Like, it's not like I had like a life like challenging issue. Like, it was just like, oh, my lip feels like in pain for a little while and it gets a little big, so but this is really good. So I just kept eating. But after those allergy shots, for the most part, I still had seasonal, like, nasal allergies, and like asthma. I have allergy induced asthma, but for the most part, man, my allergies are so much better. And I actually eat bee pollen on like a regular, I don't eat it every day, but
Where did you find raw honey?
raw honey, I get it from the little shop on 663.
They have some right now?
Yeah, bee pollen,
They
honey,
always do.
all sorts of
No,
shit.
they're not always open.
No,
Whenever they're open.
they're open from like, the way they put it is like from this time till like dark, and like they don't even like stick by that.
I mean,
completely.
like, that's only seasonal.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
but it's
Whenever bee season.
Yep.
Bees.
Dude, I love raw honey. I'll mix it. I'll take like literally a heaping spoon of it, put it in like hot water, and add lemon,
I
like
keep
lemon
seeing
juice.
so
It's
much
so
shit that
good.
like
hate honey.
we need to like save the bees. Like,
Oh my God, they're
Honeybees-
endangered.
honeybees
are
going-
endangered.
Yeah, there's a real problem with honeybees, and that's terrible.
so there's just like a lack of flowers for them to pollinate.
No,
I don't think
I
it's
don't know
anything to do
what-
with that. I think it
what's
might be that just the expansive people just keep building and building,
Well, we
taking
don't let
out a lot
bees
of the
near
weeds
us.
and
I
stuff.
think that's what it. I think it's the fact that people
no
are just
bee will
against
survive
bees.
in a city.
Yeah, we're just against bees in general, but we don't realize that, like, there's different types of bees, and there's certain bees that are really very beneficial, and other
Yep.
bees that just kind of like cause pain.
They
if
won't
you
even
fuck with them,
sting
so.
you. Something
Actually,
like
we got like
honeybees?
what was
honeybees,
it
they
like,
Like a bite.
1,000 free seeds from honeycombs?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Cheerios.
Cheerios
Honeycombs are
sent
good.
us. Cheerios
Honeycombs
sent
are
us
good.
like 1,000 free seeds to like plant to try and bring out the like honeybees. You just like email them and they send
Really?
you a
Yeah,
bag of free
Cheerios
seeds.
are actually dope with that. Shout
I'm gonna
out.
do it right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome.
We got it. We didn't plant them yet.
Yeah,
we
we
should
haven't
real
planted
soon
them,
Wait,
though.
yeah.
where am I looking up here?
I don't know.
Where'd you
Cheerios
go on?
free seed
I don't-
giveaway, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you got
you'll
it.
find it.
See,
Not a
everybody,
problem.
everybody should do this right now. As soon as you watch this, you should.
Cheerio free seed giveaway, and then plant all the motherfucking seeds everywhere.
Because
All of
why
them everywhere.
not? Why not help
Hook
out
the bees up. Not the the wasp. I don't even think.
They
Do
hurt
wasps even fuck with like flowers the same way that normal bees do?
Nah, they'll go.
No, they still
sometimes.
It's all pollination. They all just float.
All
around.
bees pollinate.
A lot of wasps
That's a good
are.
question. I'm not 100% on that.
I don't.
I know a lot about
don't make
honeybees,
honey.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, they're
no.
omnivores.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
eat insects and plants, but they're usually like really
they pollinate?
sweet. Nah, I don't think they might roll around in the flowers and eat some of the stuff they want, but they're not purposely pollinating. They're just kind of like ruffling around. That's all pollinating
was
Well,
is.
gonna
nothing's purposely pollinating, but
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
about to say,
like
like
honeybees
bees,
and stuff like that, they seek flowers out to make honey.
Well, yeah, but
specifically.
how pollinating happens is like
It's
a bee
regurgitating.
a bee ruffles around in like a flower and it gets covered with it. And it just goes to another one. It just like basically spreads it all over that thing, and then just like goes from flower to flower, just
Essentially, that's
pollinating
what I mean.
everything. That's how
No
it
bee,
works.
yeah, like you were saying, no bee really purposely like they're not
not their
knowledgeable
thought.
about like
Yeah,
what they're just trying to get food. But it's funny, I know a lot about like how honeybee because of the fact like I saw when I went to that shop, I had no idea they were like bee pollen. I never knew like we eat bee pollen. That was a thing. It's edible. So it's like I obviously looked it up. I wanted to know like what it does. I didn't buy it the first time. The first time I went there, I was just like, that's kind of weird. Just like little pods of like pollen. Why do they sell that? And so I looked it up, and it's literally the bees go around. Honeybees specifically, they go around when they're going to all the flowers. They literally like collect, obviously collect all the pollen
They
with
have hairs on their legs.
with their legs, and with the hairs on their legs, and they stuff it in between their back legs, and it's like kind of like underneath their ass kind of thing.
Clumps up.
And they use like a stomach acid that they secrete
Yeah.
to stick it together. And once they get like a full ball, they make those little pods.
Mm-hmm.
They fly back and they drop it off. But beekeepers made a little screen for the because when they realized how nutritional bee pollen can be, especially like with help with allergies and stuff like that, they made this screen that when the bee flies back into the nest,
Catches a little bit.
it takes the ball right off their legs. And now they just go back out and do it all over again. And
It makes it
obviously,
easier for the bee.
and obviously, they make it intermittent so they're not like
And they
stealing
collect
all the
bee
food,
pollen.
because all that's used for food for their young, so they
Yeah.
don't want to like take it all.
I think
They
it's
just-
actually better that they do it in the comb than in the man-made comb than they do like actually if they made a comb themselves they couldn't hold as much honey because every time you hold more honey it has to make the nest bigger. Like that
Yeah.
thing is set so like it has all the room it really needs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like what are you saying?
I just seen a cool video the other day. It was like this man-made thing. All you gotta do is turn a lever, and it cracks like all the honeycombs. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like a
Oh yeah, I
it's
seen
this
that.
big.
You like turn it and like it just starts pouring out. It was bad.
So like the honeycombs is like this. You turn it, and they go like this, and it all pours down to
Okay.
the bottom, and then you have a tap, and you just put the honey,
Wow.
and then you twist it back.
I was gonna
and
say,
then,
but it puts it back.
yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
it literally just
badass.
it like cracks all the honeycombs and then puts it back in place.
That is cool.
Probably a good way to like just
And
hit
then-
it and then
and-
run so you don't have a bunch of bees on your
And
ass.
the dude just literally had like a tap with like a thing that was just like
Yeah.
pouring honey out.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I like, especially the fact, honeybees are like going extinct at this point, but the way the beekeepers do it, it's like they want to keep the population growing, so they're not like starving they're not taking all the pollen, they're not like draining all the honey, they let them kind of like thrive and just kind of take a little bit here and there, which is it's very beneficial to all of us. The honey in general, honey helps with allergies by itself, but the bee pollen is just like, I don't know. You're not supposed to heat it up either, so I don't cook with it, but I put it on like anything.
I put it in tea. It works pretty well with my allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Honey's very good, especially
It's
the
like-
natural.
Well, a lot of fruits need bees to pollinate, but it's like, do you even like to see?
Almost all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All of them.
Besides that, it's like, do people like to see flowers or anything
Hashtag
like
save
that?
the bees.
Yeah.
If you don't like to see flowers, I mean, let them die. But if you like flowers and like fruit,
Honestly, I think less
I mean-
people are getting into like planting flowers and stuff. You don't see like the houses when I was a little kid just
I
all
know.
tricked out, but like we still plant flowers every year. Like
that's what you're supposed to.
Got it.
we have plants in our house we take care of.
Help
So
the
it's like-
environment.
When I have a house, I plant flowers.
See, I don't know why
Oh, yeah.
everybody doesn't have like a vegetable garden and
Oh,
shit.
I want
I
mine
want
so
one so
bad.
Doesn't make
bad.
any
And an
sense.
herb.
Why the hell wouldn't you?
I'll have mad
'Cause I have
different types
dogs
of
that'll go
gardens.
in it.
Every year, like you were just seeing it the other day. We were out back. That little patch we just fill with all sorts of vegetables, and it like supplies a good bit.
Mhm.
Everybody should have, and that's small. You know, we don't have a very big backyard, but
Depends on what you're growing and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but you can make a lot
Dude, you
of
can make like
good
a
use
couple
out
stalks
of.
of corn out there. Like you can get
Uh-huh.
tomatoes, like
You can
anything
make-
you really want for a little. Like as long as it's like you're not getting an apple tree or anything like that, because that might take some time.
You could plant one somewhere where you know where it's at, and then go get the apples.
Just gonna have to keep it trimmed and low, so it's
Yeah.
not like.
Or just
Yeah,
get
no,
an
oh,
apple poking stick.
better, better if you just have land. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people that there's apple orchards. You know, all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah,
people
they
go to
they
pick.
prune those every year to make
Yeah.
sure they stay low.
That would be the best, you know, way. It's better than going to the store to buy
Mhm.
apples.
If I was
Go
We
to
shit
an
did
apple
that.
orchard.
I
Yeah.
think we
great.
how many times we done that once?
Once.
Once. Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
got
We went apple
so
picking.
many apples for what, like $20?
Made probably about 10 pies.
I was gonna
That's
say,
awesome.
dude, if I had a bunch of land, I would plant a bunch of fruit trees and let whoever the fuck wants to pick them, pick them.
I mean, we didn't
I'd
pay much for
Give
like.
you guys I would just say an acre of just apples, like pears.
You
like
had that much
whatever.
land. Yeah, why
I
not?
think
Just
we had
come
like
on.
85
give a
pounds of
fuck.
apples.
It's
And we
less
paid
work
like
for
$30.
you.
I'll give you guys a couple acres of fucking fruit and vegetables and shit, and like, you
Just
know
like
how
have a
beneficial that
Yo,
would
do
be.
that because then guess what? All the Mexicans or something are gonna pour in, grab all your vegetables
Thank
and
you.
fruit, and they're just gonna go out to the street and sell them.
That
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they're gonna go
I
to
was
your
just
thing,
saying-
and they're just gonna go use it.
Somebody could take advantage of you, but it's just like,
Well, no, I was just saying with your out. All right, you have. Let's say you have a couple acres. Grow. You know, you have an acre of apple trees.
mhm.
Put a gate around it and charge an entrance fee to pick.
I
And
don't
it just
even
would be
care
a
if,
small.
like,
well, dude.
$5.
Well, yeah, but I
You
mean,
have to
who's
fill up
gonna?
this basket.
No, dude, that's a lot of work, man. That's part of your land. You're doing a lot of work for everybody to take
Well,
it all.
this conversation started off as like a humanitarian like act.
Well, no, but but you gotta still like you can't just give everything away.
People take advantage.
You charge a $5 entrance fee. You can pick as many apples as you want. At least you're like not just like losing completely, and you're helping everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like give everything. That's like, I mean, obviously if you're super rich, yeah, you should probably give a little bit more, but you can't just give everything. You know, you
But in
probably
reality, you're
earned
right
it.
though, because like apple trees, it's not like you just plant them alone and go. You got to take care of them. You got
That's
to
what
go
I'm
like
saying.
do work to them every year
I'll
to
wait,
make sure the
yeah.
apples are coming in right.
That's what I mean. I'm not doing all that work just for everybody else to have. You know, I want to have some too, but if everybody's just free
Can't just
picking,
leave yourself out. I
Yeah.
mean, especially like $5. That's it. I'd be there like once a week.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, if you made some insanely cheap amount, because otherwise you get like assholes coming in there. They're just like burning trees down or something. Like, you know, you can't just like you let it be that free. People, there's not that many good people. So, you know,
You hit that right on the
society
dot.
isn't that great. You know, I wish it was, but
I could see myself like the type of person if I got like a good amount of money and I was very like settled. I'd probably have like a small farm, not like
Yeah,
a
definitely.
big like I'd maybe have like a few pigs, few chickens.
I would want to have enough
I definitely want chickens.
for myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
like just chickens for eggs.
I would
and,
so be down with a small farm.
I told
Yeah.
her
oh my
like
God, yeah.
a house on a lake with a lot of land.
Yep.
You do anything with
Be
that.
great. It would be amazing. Yeah, that's
Maybe
great.
a couple cows.
Just
Yeah,
a
like-
couple.
Maybe
Don't
like,
go more than 3.
no, like 10, 15.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's more than
Yeah.
a couple. That's like
I don't know. I don't know how cows
that's a
work.
herd.
But now
Maybe-
you got like you
I don't know
wanna
if
have
you
like
can just
one.
have,
they need
like-
friends.
I was gonna say I don't know if you can just
Friend.
have like I don't know any like farms around here or anywhere for that matter that have just like a couple cow. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know how cows work. Maybe they have to be in
Are
like
they
larger
herd
groups.
animals? Like goats, you have to have more than one goat
Yeah,
because
they'll
Yeah,
stress
see.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is because I think cows are herd
Uh-huh,
animals. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, herd cows.
I just didn't know like
A
the
cattle?
specifics on like how they need
Thing
to
about
be.
them is like they're not a like so like a dog. It's a predatory animal, so it could like when it's by itself, it's just like all right, I'm by myself, but nothing's gonna fuck with no. A deer's not gonna try to like come up and kill me, but like if it's a deer by itself, it's just like oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
What's going on?
And it's probably the same thing. It's just a prey animal, so it's like when it's by itself, it's like, wow, I feel really unsafe right now.
Yeah.
You just gotta give them comfort, dude.
And then it feels safe to get shot.
That's the thing. You gotta catch them when they're off guard. I would like to go hunting one day. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Me and her talk about it. We could still possibly get our guns this year.
You guys are
I'm gonna
shit.
go
It's
geese
crazy.
shooting.
I've never
I
been
really
Yeah,
like
we
hunting.
go hunting.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I've shot,
I
but
wanna do
like
it.
not at like anything other than like birds and stuff. Like I really had a nice BB gun when I was a kid, and I just like probably like my first day of actually getting it in the woods without like anyone knowing I had it. I probably like shot like 200 birds.
Damn, see, I've never even shot a gun, and like it almost. I've just never had the possibility. I'd love to get somebody in here who like does that. You know, somebody. I was just talking to you, a friend of our, or like an acquaintance, somebody we went to school with, who's like always posting pictures of like these giant fish and shit. I'd love to get somebody like that in here.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so I don't know. I love. I
Raymond
love
Young?
the yeah, but I
No,
you know. Well, no, I don't care. Yeah, I just.
He's a cool dude.
Man.
Yeah.
He'll probably be in here.
But I just, you know, it's cool. It's like, it's always like, I don't even know what he's up to. It's like, but it's just giant fish.
Awesome fishing, that's
something
for
that like
sure.
I always thought was cool, but I just never had the like possibility to do. It'd be cool. I don't know, hunting even. I'd love to go hunting.
I've always wanted to go fishing for a bear.
It'd be really intense.
Fishing,
though.
yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go
but you'd have to
fishing.
like have the line go over a tree like in the middle of
Come
nowhere
on,
because
that
like you don't
wouldn't
want
work,
that thing
man.
climbing it.
What? Are you freaking serious right now?
Well, you
I'm
gotta
not
make
going
sure like
fishing
the
for a
like
bear.
let's say like the branch
What are you
is like out
using?
to here. Like
It's just
I don't
gonna
know,
yank you out of the tree, brother.
like tied to a truck or something.
You know
don't
bears can climb
I'm gonna
trees?
say, don't bears climb trees?
All right, let's say there's a branch 20 feet out, and I have it about 10 way in, and it's just like something that just like drags it like probably like 5 miles an hour.
So you just invented a new type of like hunting, man.
It'd be pretty
This is
awesome.
insane.
David,
we just
you have to
I'm just
talk
not
into
sure
the
what-
mic.
David, pay the
Alright,
fuck attention.
You're telling me not to
Goddamn.
talk loud, and then I talk loud, and y'all like
Because you're talking loud because the microphone's not at your mouth, so you can't hear yourself in the goddamn headphones.
Well, all right. This is what would happen.
The fuck?
The only thing I don't know what would work is like, what do I do once it's like in the middle and suspended and it's like freaking out?
That's exactly what the fuck. I don't know.
Do I
man.
like
have
take
to
a
shoot it.
katana and like chop its head off,
Why
or
didn't you
like
just shoot it? Why didn't you just hunt like,
Like
a
a man.
normal human?
Because you came back to it. You don't have to stay there then.
I wanted to see it
That-
flail? Like
Hangs
what?
it
No.
No, because then
I'm not
some
gonna
other
punk
animal.
a bear like that. That's like such a punk way to fucking hunt. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even know, man. He just invented this new, but it wasn't very thought out. You
If
gotta
I'm gonna
say.
kill something, it's like such a weird thing to say, but it's like I probably want to watch it die. But just because like I was like I killed it.
Well, you just fucked with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to like.
You gotta take responsibility.
I wanna
I'm not
know that
saying
it's dead.
I don't want to. Like personally, if I killed something, I would want to look away because I wouldn't want to look at it. That would be so creepy. You know what I'm saying? I never like killed an animal or anything. That's such a weird
But
thing
you
to
want
like,
to make sure it was dead.
So I would definitely.
Especially a bear.
You almost have to like.
or chop it down. It's still moving.
don't just,
Ah,
like,
it's dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's you'd have to like what? That's like something that would fucking be weird for me. I wouldn't like that. It would be like whoa.
Oh, see, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't mind that as much. I don't know. It would probably affect.
If like, dude,
Everybody
that's why if
Go
I
fishing
ever
for an anaconda.
if I ever went fishing, I would want to make sure I'm like really on point with like how I'm shooting because like I want to kill that thing. I don't want to see it
Well,
like
yeah. I mean,
for
yeah.
a second alive after I shoot it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
that's
it to be
basically what everyone
immediately
tries
dead.
to do. That's like what all hunters are basically aiming
That's-
at.
yeah,
they don't
that's the
like
goal.
chasing it because there's a lot of times they don't find their
And
animal.
it hurts.
Oh yeah, yeah. You need a. It's a very specific thing, but
Yeah,
you know,
I've
especially like a bear. You're not. It's not just gonna like be dead instantly. It's a bear, man. You like. You know, it depends on what you're using, obviously, but traditionally,
If you shoot
like,
in the heart, like
with
with
like
a
you know
rifle,
whether you're archery or with like this the average rifle that you would use for that, it's not just gonna like instantly be dead. It's a giant fucking bear and it's tough. It's probably still moving a bit.
That's why you use a torpedo. Blast that motherfucker where it
I'd be
counts.
sad.
Then what's the
I'd
point
be
of
so
shooting
sad.
the bear?
See, I wish they would let
That's what
you
I'm
have
saying. Why
like.
don't we just nuke the whole fucking
Yeah,
forest? Shit.
What about an AK-47 going hunting a bear with like
Oh
a
my-
fully automatic one?
I don't know. Well, that's the only bear you're ever. That's the only
Yeah,
animal.
yeah,
you're
that's the
getting.
only one you're going for though.
Yeah, if you find it, and then you
And you're
get
gonna be
the, and you hope you get it. If you don't get it, you're screwed because now you're just in the middle of a forest with no animals anywhere near you because you just scared them off. That'd be good.
It's probably really hard to shoot. I can't even.
AKs aren't even accurate. You wouldn't even be that
They're
great off.
jumpy. I couldn't even imagine. Or like shooting
Big bullets.
Uzi or
You know,
anything
most people
that.
like hunt
Oh, they're
don't
terrible.
hunt bears with like rifles. Most of the times they use shotguns. Like you got to get pretty close. Like it isn't a joke.
Yeah, I don't know as far as like I'm not big. I
Just
don't
gotta
know
aim
a lot
for the
about.
armpit on like every animal. Any animal that stands on all fours, you just aim for the armpit.
My friend at work said I think it was like a year and a half ago he went bear hunting, but like the bear they caught that year literally like dropped and died a few feet in front of him because it like started running at them.
That's
'cause
what
it
I
took two
mean. They don't
shots.
just drop. Like they're gonna still
I'm
be
glad.
coming at you.
It's a
Yeah.
big animal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got
If
like
you guys
really
shot
strong
and you
hide.
knew you're about to die, would you try to like kill the person?
Yeah, but a
or-
human's not that strong. If
know.
I got shot, I'm dead. A bear isn't just dead. It
hypothetically,
no, not hypothetically. Real life.
real life hypothetically,
No, just real life. A bear does not just die instantly if it gets shot. It's moving. Still.
Well, unless you're shooting ahead with a really strong gun. I'm not sure an AK-47
That's what I'm
would do
talking.
that, though.
Traditional hunting, bear
Oh,
hunting
like a-
weapons. If you're out there with with a bow and arrow, or you're out there with the traditional rifle used for bear hunting, bears do not just instantly snap out of life. They're like you just said. The typical story is that if they're rushing at you and you kill it, it's still rushing at you for a few more seconds before it dies. It's got momentum. It's a heavy animal,
Oh yeah.
and it's got super tough skin. It's got it's not just easy. A human is completely different. You shoot me with a bow and arrow in
It's
the
gonna
heart.
suck.
In the heart with I'm dead. I'm not still moving.
You move a little bit. I mean, you
My
drop,
my
but like,
nerves
yeah,
would
you're gonna
twitch,
be
maybe,
like
yeah.
alive, but like you're
If
gonna
I
be
was
in the worst
running,
pain alive.
if I was running, you shot me right in the heart with a bow and arrow. I'm just gonna fall to the ground.
Oh yeah.
A
But
bear,
your brain's good. Well, yeah.
a bear would be like, still be able to try to stay up, and they would.
But they
fall.
also say that people feel pain a lot different than animals, and I actually
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that a lot because like a
Our-
bear not stopping, like
Our skin and everything, our anatomy is so much different. It's
pinch a bear, it's probably not even gonna feel it. You pinch me, I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking
absolutely not.
slap someone.
yeah.
even a dog or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I watched a dog like run head first into a wall, and it's just like
Even like you think about like
Your
temperatures.
dog.
My dog, yep.
Think about like yeah, your dog does that.
Everyone's seen it. He's only been in your house twice.
Yeah, it's like no, but like even like temperatures, like cold weather, like animals are just so much different. They're warmer even though it's freezing, whereas like we're like not, we're still freezing.
they literally have to sleep out in the cold, where you have a choice to not be cold ever.
Yep. Yeah, we've adapted so much differently. Yeah, but you look at monkeys, they're like, they're still just like another animal.
Most of them
You're
still
good.
stay in warmer climates.
Yeah.
I seen a good video the other day, like explained, because a lot of people are like, since we evolved from monkeys, why is there still like chimpanzees and stuff like that? And I watched a good video explain like why they're, because like we're all just cousins of monkeys. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's just like,
That is always the argument on evolution. Is like
why is there
why
still
why
monkeys?
are they still there? Yeah. But
Because they're
Things
our
are still
cousins.
evolving, in my opinion.
They're not our grandfathers; they're our cousins.
Yeah. Exactly. So we didn't we're not a pass on from them. We're just like a change.
They're related to us.
Yeah. We're just like a branch off of them.
And some monkeys are closer cousins than other monkeys.
Yep.
I forget the exact monkeys there. There was like the African monkeys, and then the.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna try to.
Yeah, I
repeat
don't-
all.
if
Yeah.
People
I
would
don't know
even
the
ask
relations.
that. That's like, well, if everything evolved from fish and sea life, why are there still sea life and fish? Like, that's just a stupid question. Like, people
They're
that say that are
technically
stupid.
crazy cousins, probably. Somehow.
Well, I'm related to a single cell organism. Kinda.
Me too.
Kinda. I mean, technically, ain't I?
I'm not.
We
You
all
might
started
be.
out like
We're
our
getting
evolution.
deep here, man. We're getting like into cells and shit. I don't know, man.
I'm thankful for all my cells.
How they all just glued themselves to
Pronouns.
each other.
Of course.
And we all just
Wait,
stick to
pronouns
the
or
earth.
English?
Jackasses, man. There's some scientists that are just like, damn. the fuck? Put all his work in for that. That's what we teach in school.
Science is cool. I forget. Yeah.
All our fleshy cells.
What the hell were we talking about before? I had to write it down.
MCT oil.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. Okay.
That was one of them. What was the other? Yucca.
Yucca, what the fuck is that, man?
All right,
David,
it is
what's
a
yucca?
South
to
American
interrupt
root.
Let me check that shit out. Man. I
It's
wanna see
actually
what it
pretty
looks like.
banging. It's just like it's almost like a potato. You just gotta cook it for a really long time, soften it up. Because I mean, it's like a brick. You throw it at someone, it's gonna.
Oh,
It's
it
a lot
is.
worse than a potato.
It's just like a potato. They literally have like fries that look just like
Yep.
fries. Oh.
Did it taste like
Healthier alternative? No.
Was
I
it
don't
taste
think
like?
so.
It's
I don't like
shaped
it.
like
I
a
like it. A root.
cucumber
Yeah.
or like ginger root. It looks like ginger root, but then you cut it open, it looks like a potato.
That's weird. I was picturing like ginger root in my head when he was
That
describing
is
it.
weird.
Banging. You could buy it everywhere. Walmart.
Does it taste like
Weis,
ginger
Rite
a
Aid.
little bit?
Or not Rite Aid. Fucking Redner's, Weis, Walmart. Yeah, I think it's it.
Giant.
Does it taste
Giant,
like
that was
ginger?
the one I was trying. No. It kind of got like a potatoey taste, but like better than potato
It's
though.
in the family of asparagus.
That's weird.
Oh, I love asparagus.
I love asparagus too.
I've never had asparagus.
Everyone hates it. I don't know why. It turns your
I
piss
love
green.
it.
Like gets your piss really, really
If
green.
you get some nice fried or like grilled asparagus. Oh, it's so good.
I like steam them and then put like a little bit of honey
Now
on
you
them.
got
So
grilled.
good. Italian seasoning.
Get them a little bit crispy.
I was trying to read this definition.
Do you like
but it's so difficult.
artichokes? You ever have artichoke hearts? Like, you ever like pull apart an artichoke and eat it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, dude, that's like a delicacy in my world.
Delicacy.
What is it?
Artichoke. You take an
It
artichoke.
just peels it apart
you
and eats it.
Push the. I don't know. I got like probably. I haven't eaten in so long since I was a little kid, but you just like take it, put a bunch of like butter and like lemon on it and stuff like that, and put it like in a toaster, and it all comes apart, and then you can peel like you can take.
All right,
the
that's a lot
artichoke-
different. I thought you meant just eating it raw.
Nah.
So wait, but I don't even really. I know like artichoke hearts, but I don't even really know
Like look up how an artichoke. It's like this. It looks like a. I don't even know, like a porcupine or something. Not even a porcupine. Like an armadillo.
I was just about to say. I think like yeah.
It's just
Oh.
got like a bunch of plates.
Okay,
yeah.
I know exactly.
And you put that, like you put a bunch of butter, not a bunch of butter, but some butter and like some lemon sauce and stuff like that on there, and you grill it up. It's banging. All the leaves like start coming apart, and you can pull it apart. You don't eat the top part because the top part's like way too hard, but you just like bite like the flesh off of it.
Wonder if it's unhealthy to eat the cartilage off a chicken.
What is it? Cartilage bad? I don't know what a cartilage is made out of.
Fiber, I'm guessing. It's something else.
I don't know.
Who the hell knows? Yeah, I don't know the genetics of.
You see an artichoke? You see an artichoke? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Is some blinking?
I was just about to say. What the
Power
hell?
surges.
My light. No, I don't know these lights. I think that one light. It like buzzes sometimes, man. I think it's gonna explode.
Boom.
But yeah, I think you would like it, Frank.
I'll have to check it out for sure. I like artichoke hearts, but that's like
You could just take an artichoke and like, I don't know how my like parents used to do it back in the day, but they used to just like grill up like artichokes, and like
there's
put
a lot
like
of-
sauce on, like a little bit of like butter and like lemon. It was nice and lemony a little bit, and you just pull the leaves off, and you just bite it. That was scary.
I was about to say, what the fuck was that, man? Watching a video on artichokes, man.
Artichokes.
Cut it
All
in
the-
half. Hold on. Hold on. Step by step.
Maybe they did cut it in half.
Cut it in half. Lemon juice. What is that? Yeah, I'm not really sure what this lady's trying to tell me, actually. But point is, it's a thing. I'm gonna check it out.
I think they used to cut them in half and then do it like that. Now that I think about
That's what
it.
she was just doing, yeah.
And then
cut
there's
it in
that
half.
heart, and then the heart's just like this like nugget that you get
Yeah,
to eat.
it's that nugget, and that's what artichokes
Uh-huh.
hearts are. Yeah.
But you can eat. There's a hunk of meat on every leaf.
Yeah.
Is what most people don't realize, and you can pull those leaves off. Like if you grill it up, they become like real easy to pull off, and they're really good. You just bite like the bottom half of them off. It's kind of a savage thing.
Holy shit, eating cartilage off
Kinda
of chicken is good. So I haven't been crazy for all those years.
Wait, so what does it do? What is it?
Cartilage provides amino acids, proline, and glycine that are believed to help rebuild your collagen, which may help reduce arthritis symptoms that could help support healthy bone, skin, and hair.
Okay.
Well, like that's, when you have arthritis, it's like you don't have enough cartilage, or it's like. Yeah, I think
It
that
says, although the gelatin in cartilage is not a complete protein, it is important addition to a diet because meat alone needs the additional protein and glycine for the healthy benefits.
Okay.
I never thought cartilage to be a bad thing. It's just like, dude, I do not want to
It's weird.
eat
Yeah.
that shit.
I do. She thinks I'm weird when I do it. I'll pick like a bone clean. I'm like, ha ha.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of weird parts of animals that are really good for you, and that normal people would not.
People
ever
don't like
wanna eat.
livers. Livers are so good for
Livers.
you.
I love.
They have a
liver.
weird texture. Don't get me wrong,
Even
but the taste
hearts?
of it. Oh my
I
god,
love
hearts.
hearts.
Hearts of animals, like tongues.
I don't like the tongue so much. It just weirds me out.
I've never had a tongue, but
I smelled one being cooked once, and it smelled pretty good. But it was just like seeing it was like, oh, what the
I would
hell?
try it.
I would try anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, those are super weird things that are just that are actually.
I love.
They have
hearts,
benefits, you know.
livers, like a chicken heart, chicken liver. Oh, don't get me started.
My cousin ate the pig's eyeball.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if I would go
gosh,
for an eyeball.
That's going to extremes, man. Oh,
Because that's a
damn.
thing about texture.
So did my uncle.
And I'm not trying to have anything explode in my mouth like a gummy and it not be a
Or
gummy.
grape.
A gummy. It'd be like a gusher, man. It'd be like a hard. You'd like get a crunch,
It's
but
like
then a gusher.
nature's gusher
Oh.
Oh goodness.
But bigger,
and meaty.
and meaty. Oh, it's gross, man. All right, we're done. I'm done. So anyway, you were asking about MCT oil.
Yes.
I think it's bad for you.
That's a bunch of rubbish.
I'm just kidding.
If I was like English or something.
I'll be the devil's advocate. Why is it good for you?
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
I don't think it's good.
No, it's funny.
So convince me.
It's funny because that's what normal people would think. All right, because you were just saying like, you were reading something online and it was
Saturated fats are bad for you.
Like, no, they're not.
Depends what you're trying to do, but like
Well,
most of the time they're good if you're being active, especially.
yeah, okay. If you need to be active. This is on like a. You shouldn't just eat a bunch of fats if like you're not doing anything. It's but no, okay, hold on. Let me go into this though.
You're not convincing me yet.
It's just shut the fuck up. It's beneficial to your body regardless, no matter what. MCT oil is medium chain triglycerides. It's essentially it's saturated mono and poly fats that your body essentially can use for energy, the same as it would like sugar.
What's the difference?
Between that and sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar has negative effects, and when combined with fat, it's what causes a lot of health issues. And when if you use the fats instead for those things, you're not mixing them as much, and your body can process it a lot easier. It's more, I don't know. People refer to it as like a almost like a lubrication for your body. It's like, it comes in all sorts. I got like flavored ones. They got non-flavored, non-scented ones. It's essentially like olive oil though, and just the eating fats, healthy fats. I say trans fats you should never eat. Don't eat any trans fats. Trans fats are bad.
I'll try. I'll try my hardest, bro.
And
What's bad about trans fats?
Trans fats are just what causes like bad cholesterol and all that.
What is it,
Your
like,
body
harder
doesn't
for-
handle it right like
I
it
was gonna
does
say, is it
the
harder for it to break
saturated
down?
fats. The
I didn't
saturated
hear.
fats
You're both
are a lot
talking at the
easier.
same time. You gotta stop. What was your question? I think you asked me a question.
Difference be why is trans fats bad?
Okay, so yeah, it's like I said, it's like it raises bad cholesterol. It doesn't allow your body to lower, or I should say, raise good cholesterol, and it's your digestion is not as well. It's
What's
not
the
as
difference between two cholesterols? One's easier to break down than the other.
cholesterols. I don't know specifics on a super. Yeah, essentially, from what I understand, good cholesterol can flow through your body easily. It's not causing like those cholesterol buildups and all that.
Give you a heart
Bad
attack.
cholesterol is what does all that.
It clogs
So-
your arteries and shit.
Yep, exactly. So,
I'm
and-
just trying to ask questions. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
that's
yeah.
my, I'm not
And
trying
I-
to like give you
you know,
shit or anything.
yeah, no, I'm not like a scientist or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't
He
know
knows
like
more about it than I do. So.
but I definitely know enough to the point where I do it,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do something that I don't fully understand. And, obviously between talking to doctors and, research, I've been able to figure that much out. But
So to explain why the other fats are bad, why is this one so amazing?
so good. It's the exact opposite of why
It goes through you like fucking.
it goes through you a lot. And actually, if you take too much, like a daily dose of MCT oil is a tablespoon. If you were to take if you were to just drink a cup of MCT oil, you are not gonna be in a very happy
You're
place
not
with
gonna
your
be in
tummy.
Flavor Town.
Yeah, Flavor Town. Yeah, you're not there. You're gonna be in the bathroom. Yeah, it's gonna you digest it a lot easier, and like I said, and that the main cause of that because your body's breaking it down
So
to
it's-
use as energy, just as it would sugar. So now, if you can use that to get energy, then why are we eating all this processed sugar?
But my thing is,
MCT oil is based off coconut oil, by the way.
it's probably only good for people who are active.
And there's another
Well, that's something we kind of talked
there's a
about
lot
already.
of it
If
depends
you're
on your
not
lifestyle.
an active person, do not take MCT oil. Probably.
I don't know the specific. I don't know that would matter as much because it's all about it's helping your digestion. And MCT oil isn't the only thing. I'm just
Maybe
talking
you wanna take a little
healthy
bit.
fats, healthy fats in general, and lower sugars is the general idea here. But I think even for an inactive, now again, I don't know that much. I'm just spitballing here, but I think even for an inactive person,
I'm just being speculative.
yeah, you're digesting better. You're I don't know, just your energy level is going to be better. It's more controlled with the fats rather than. Plus, you're probably going to lose some weight with when you use healthy fats in this way rather than sugars. You cut back on sugars, you up your healthy fats. You tend to lose weight because of the fact that instead of if you start doing something a little active, you go for a walk or whatever it is you're doing, where your body would normally just start burning carbs and then protein, fat, and that kind of flow. Now it's just starting to burn off that easily accessible fat. So your body, and that's kind of the whole point of ketosis. A ketone diet is just to keep your ketone level sky high so that your body uses that. So now your body's always burning fat instead of
That's
carbs.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, with all those healthy fats, is it like most other healthy fats? Is it good for brain nutrition?
Yeah. Again, I don't know the specifics on all of how how it affects I don't know hormone levels and just the chemistry of your brain, but again, there's a lot of with those healthy. Obviously, you're not just eating fat, so with those healthy fats, have some dark green vegetables, stuff like that, which will help with stuff like that. So even if I don't know, I'd have to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it even has any effect on your brain. I think it's mostly digestive and
I'm sure there's
No, it should because most well, all right.
there's a few specific fats your brain would probably need to run efficiently,
Oh,
but it'd
yeah, I'm
probably
sure
be
it
more
uses.
like a vitamins and minerals thing
Yeah,
for
that-
your brain more than
yeah.
anything.
Exactly.
That's
Well,
what I'm just guessing.
In all your food, yeah, in any food, your brain's getting some sort of kickback, from
Mhm.
whatever.
But I don't think your brain needs like protein or anything like that. It's like it's not. Is your brain a muscle?
Yeah, like actually, like eating like dark green vegetables is actually like extremely healthy for your brain. Like everything you
Oh, yeah.
eat like goes into your brain. I mean, it is literally a fatty organ. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's completely like
Yeah, I don't know.
70% fat or something like that.
Oh, shit, I have no idea. That's what I was just about to say. I don't know,
Fat's
like,
probably
But it
just
says
mostly cushion.
MCT oil has been called rocket fuel for your brain for the cure for Alzheimer's.
Well, there you
Really?
go.
wow.
Straight up on this thing, but yeah, but
Yeah, I don't know. I never looked into that.
Better. Like, it's
Yeah.
way better than I thought. Though I
Well-
was just thinking on in terms of like a fat and like if it's a more efficient fat, then definitely take in more of that compared to least efficient fats.
What's funny is MCT oil, like I said, is saturated poly and mono fats. Well, so is like most other fatty things is saturated fats. As long as it's not essentially trans fat is just like processed fats. That's what like forms trans fats. Like there's really not most animal fat, all trans fat. I mean, sorry, saturated fat. When we process like the fats and with and we're, all that, it's okay. So it's just your blood glucose. Okay, so I see what it's saying. It's saying that it's helping your brain because okay, it is. I guess I just didn't think of it in that way. Like I said with the sugar, your brain, your body uses sugar usually to for energy, which is obviously using
Well, did you read the top part
It's good to give
Yeah.
MCT oil
for
to
the
babies.
babies and stuff?
yeah.
That's crazy.
But no, I'm saying like your body usually uses like sugar, like glucose to for energy for brain function.
Glucose is a basic sugar.
But that's what I'm getting to the basics. That's what I mean. It's like your body usually uses forms of glucose for energy, for brain function, for all that kind of functionalities, whereas this fat is providing basically like a fat-based glucose.
Like a natural,
your
like,
body
to
can
the
break
brain.
your body can break this fat down because, like I said, how it's so easily accessible and like ready to use for your body. When your body breaks it down, it's using it as like a glucose. That's why you're getting energy from it, and that's why it does all those things because it's a type of fat that can break down into a type of like fatty glucose that can do the same thing. So I guess in that sort of a sense, it's still helping your brain a lot. It's the same as you eat some sugar every day to like keep because your body needs glucose for brain mental function and all that. So it's the same concept.
Yeah, I kind of understand that now, like alertness and stuff.
Yep.
Like you're more alert then because you're taking a healthier
Yeah.
alternative. More of like natural,
Sugar's
like mental
just bad.
energy instead of physical.
Yeah. Sugar is just like the cause of it all. I'd say if it's anything else, like if you don't do anything else, just cut out a lot of the processed sugars. Natural sugars are one thing in moderation, but yeah,
It's
processed sugars are a problem.
It's like the insulin spikes. That's like the real problem with the
Yeah.
sugar. It's like insulin. It's like
Well, yeah, so many people have diabetes,
even normal people.
Hit that on the dot, dude. Oh my
all
god.
from sugar.
Like,
But now that you're saying that, like these 500-pound kids that are screaming at their Xbox, they can even take MCT oil.
Oh yeah.
You see, hear that, kids? Like, you got this.
Like I just said, you're probably gonna lose weight if you switch. Like, okay, assuming you jump to that diet. Okay, I'm not saying just like keep everything the same and then just start drinking MCT oil. No, that's not gonna
work
cut.
the same. Yeah.
But
MCT oil is a tool of the diet.
yes, exactly. But switching to that type of diet, a low processed sugar, or a no processed sugar would be ideal, and a higher healthy fat content, you're going to lose weight. Your body's now using your healthy fats for energy, it's burning that first because it has it available. It has it readily available. So you're burning fat more, which is the point of losing weight. So I would say no matter what, I mean,
It's the way to go.
there's alternatives to like a ketosis based diet. There's plenty of alternatives for all sorts of different things that they just change little things to for weight loss or whatever it may be.
Or even just like a person like checking out and just like making their own diet of what they think
Yeah.
could possibly help them
Absolutely.
and what they're trying to
I'm not following anything
go
specific.
really. Yeah,
It's just,
exactly.
I go with I understand
You read
enough
things,
of what I
you find
want.
out what's
yeah.
healthy, and you take it. See how it works. Man, don't get me wrong. I've made some bad choices with things like, oh, this is healthy. You eat an eggplant and like you turn it into a bunch of like pasta like sauce. Ask her, like that turned out terrible.
See,
Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so healthy, all this vitamins and like stuff, and dude, oh my god, like you add a little bit, it already takes over, and when you add a lot, it's just like too much.
Yep.
I feel like I don't know, there's a big problem too with like foods companies like portraying their products as like this organic natural food, but it's not really, because companies have a certain standard. It's like if it's this much organic, they can say it's organic, but it's not completely. You still used unnatural things in it, but it was just under the threshold.
Yeah.
It's that companies don't have a very strict.
Well, see,
thing
the
with
other
that.
problem is they might be using like organic things. Like, yeah, this is all plant, but what were those plants grown with?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Yep. That's what I mean. It all boils down to like, well, it's not entirely
Natural,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, well, you might have not done anything wrong with it, but you bought it from them, and like
I know them.
It's hard to get away from that system, though.
Oh,
really-
absolutely.
There's a lot of cornfields in other places that don't use like man-made fertilizers. So there's a lot of places that just do
Well, yeah.
manure.
Yeah.
To grow corn to vegetables, stuff like that, it's gonna be easier to make that organic than to like make like
A whole
meat.
crop of like
I'd
tomatoes or
say
something.
like organic meat, like because then you
With
have to
no added
feed.
hormones and
You have
yeah.
to feed them. You probably have to grow whatever you feed the animal
oh yeah, that's
without putting anything into what you grow
Yeah.
that has anything bad. You have to
Yeah.
use organic fertilizers.
and like even like some like cows and like there's grass
like
grass
natural grazed cows.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like that's like an entire different environment. You
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
you gotta make the environment.
You have to make it natural, and you have to make believe they're in the forest, and
Yeah.
like have them not in the
With
forest.
nothing. Yeah, you gotta be in the middle of like some urban like area where you just happen
there you
to
go.
have
Apple
enough
trees
room.
get cows. Put them over there.
There you go. They'll eat the apples that fall.
Will they?
We'll have sweet milk.
I don't
then?
know if that works.
Like apple milk.
I think
Like apple milk.
cows are like more of a grass
They'll
omnivore.
probably eat it.
I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
They
I think
probably,
a cow would probably
I think it's too sweet.
fucking
It
apple
would
up.
probably
I don't
be.
know.
That's a lot of natural sugar to a cow's diet that it doesn't normally have.
I know
they give
deers
it
love fruit.
diabetes because of apples.
It's like a cow diabetes. Like
Oh, you
it fed it
fucked
too much
up.
fruit.
Bet the meat
I
would
mean,
be good.
What fruit has a cow ever eaten? I mean, let's face it. I don't know
Strawberries, possibly.
that.
More of a
Maybe.
grass and grain.
Yeah. Well, they really shouldn't eat grain. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's why grass-fed beef is like a big thing, because they're not supposed to be eating all the stuff that they eat on normal farms. It's like-
Pellets and
documentary,
stuff. Oh my
like-
god.
not too long ago. I forget. It was like something about corn. Like it was this whole thing about corn and how crazy the corn industry is. But how it began was they just went from like step one to like growing corn, like to harvesting corn, and they tried to do it like organically, and they just like were saying how much like of a problem it was, like how hard it was to like just grow corn, like from step A to step B.
organically, yeah.
And
That's
then
funny.
and then they were able to go to a lab, and they got to test their proteins or something like that. They can test your like proteins, some shit like that, and it can analyze like what your proteins were made out of, and it said like basically like mostly like most of the protein in humans. There's like corn like like basically.
I'm sure, yeah.
And it's
That's crazy.
It was like a whole documentary. I forget what it was called. I can't remember. It was like something about corn.
But yeah, corn is a major part of all of, like, I mean, I shouldn't say all of, a lot of our foods that, you know, you could get from like the grocery store. Corn is like a base product of all sorts, you know, corn syrups and, you know, just of all
A lot we use corn for. We use corn for a lot of things on the planet.
That's what I mean.
And it's not just like food, like it's a bunch of other things
and
too.
also just corn. We just eat corn too. That's you know, canned corn. You know, imagine the amount of. That's why we have giant corn
popcorn. You go to the movie theaters, like
it's amazing. I don't know, but it's kind of one of those things that like we never should have grown that much of it because it's not a super healthy thing. You know,
no,
we should have. But I don't know. We never thought about that back in the day. We were never like, oh, we got to make
But we
this.
probably thought it was good for us. You know, it's a plant. We can eat.
Exactly.
It's edible. It's not making us poop. Like, you know what? Like, it's working. Like, let's eat it. This stuff's good for us.
We weren't as educated, nearly as educated as we are now. And, like, you know, plus it's natural. You know, we're growing it in the ground, so we figure, okay, it's edible. Doesn't do anything bad to us. It's not poisonous. So
yeah,
we can
basically.
eat it. You know, that's what it came down. But now we're starting to look at, you know, and I don't know. You could question whether we should have even ever like looked into that. Like we're just supposed to just live our life, eat and die. Why should we
Live
care?
till 35. Shit.
You know, why should we care?
No
Why
teeth.
should we have ever looked in? You know, normal animals don't. Oh, that might not be really healthy for me. Maybe I should go for a different animal. Like, no, they just kill the thing and eat it. You know, and that's what. Yeah, that's what part of humans though. We just like developed into like. This like independent thing. We don't need like.
We're the only like.
Yeah.
We're one of the I think the only like animals on the planet to use technologies. We build things to use them for other things.
Yeah.
We have ways to do things.
The documentary I was talking about is called King Corn.
King Corn. Everybody check it out.
Okay.
I think I actually am going too.
That's crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna write it down. Shit. I always forget
Google
things.
it.
I got a serious problem with.
Here, let me read the. It says King Corn is a documentary film released in October 2007 that follows college friends Ian Shanley and Curtis Ellis, directed by Aaron Wolf, as they move from Boston to Green, Iowa to grow and farm an acre of corn. And yeah, they just go into it, and then they get like into like the biology, and like they get crazy, like in depth with all sorts of different like aspects of it. I remember I heard about it when I was back in like school. Somebody showed it to me. And I went and watched it. It's a very educational. It was interesting. The guys that like directed were pretty cool too. So it's like weird.
Cool.
Shout outs.
Awesome. Yeah. Shout. Shit. Whoop whoop. It's kind of thing like I would love to just like show on here, but like I just go to their page
It's their
and
thing,
check it out.
so-
Yeah. I don't want.
There's a lot of good documentaries you can just find on YouTube though. Like
Netflix, even
yeah, like everywhere. Like you want to go learn about like hey, you want to learn how like the suns blow up, you just go on like YouTube, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably have like 10 different like documentaries of like how it happens and why it happens.
You might have a questionable like
Is that true?
how real is it? But
they'll show a video
at the
of
same
it
time,
happening.
you can see it. You could search it.
I believe they actually have seen only one so far actually happen. One star collapse and like a black hole start.
Well, I think they
And I
just
think
kind of like
lately-
see a light go out.
Lately,
Probably.
they actually found 2 black holes, I believe, that submerged and it like effed up like everything. Even like they have like machines that like can trace just a little bit of like movement, like an earthquake kind of thing, but like a lot more subtle. And like they even felt it on Earth. They were like, "Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my God, look at that fucking thing!"
It sounds like the beginning to like
The
fucking a
end.
really bad sci-fi, like a really good sci-fi movie.
It sounds like.
But they actually said Einstein predicted it could happen, and then when it happened, like everyone was like, "Oh, Einstein!"
Yeah. It's like
So the dude that everyone thought was smart was actually like really smart.
he was smart? No.
Wait, what?
Who is he
Shocker.
again?
No way.
How do you think he was so smart? Why do you think he was just born with such a great gift?
Isn't that crazy? Some
Do you
people
think
are
he
just
took a lot of like
geniuses.
MCT
Someone that was just
oil and
way
like,
ahead of his
alpha brain?
time.
He just thought about like his food and like everybody else is way behind.
Or do you think
Eating
like anyone has,
cheeseburgers. He's over there eating like all plant.
do you think anyone has like the ability is just a random thing. Anyone has like the
Yeah,
chance
man,
to be
it's
born like that?
IQ. It's IQ. It's all.
Or do you think anyone could be like that if they just
I
like
think
set
nah.
I don't think anyone could be
no,
like that.
I think that's how it's who you are. That's you know, to an extent. I'm sure you can learn things obviously, but his IQ was just so much higher than the average person. He was able to just
his whole thing. He was so like out. Like I don't even know. He like thought like beyond the box, but
oh yeah, he was way
that's
out
the reason we think he's smart though.
Well,
Maybe
no.
he was really dumb in
just-
other things. Do you think he was dumb in other things?
Oh, I'm sure he was, but when it comes down to it, he wouldn't have been that crazy smart if his IQ wasn't. So he could have
If
had
his brain didn't function the way it
exactly, yeah, and that's what IQ is. But he could have had terrible social skills. He could have been like an idiot when it came to like anything like you would do.
Clumsy or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yup. But he could
Yeah.
what you're
quiz
gonna
you
say?
about he could boggle
you're
your
gonna say?
mind about any
Oh.
information.
What were you saying about this then?
I was gonna say, have you ever heard of Einstein throwing a football?
Well, no.
If you think about it, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. He hasn't. Yeah, he didn't do
Get
shit
this,
like
though.
that.
How
So
old is my one cousin? Or my nephew? I keep calling my nephew. My nephew
11,
Andrew, I
12?
think he's 10, 11, or 12, and he can do an Rubik's Cube in less than like
with his eyes
7
closed.
seconds.
That's nuts. Yeah,
With his eyes closed.
that's crazy.
it's like patterns and.
Dude,
shit
he'll
like
look
that.
at it and he'll be like, alright, like, timing. He'll be like, it's like,
It's crazy.
Do they have to look at it before they do it?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, oh, like, no, you're gonna
Oh,
feel
yeah.
the colors.
Yeah, no, you gotta know where it's
Okay.
at. But it's like it's to even just be able to do it with your eyes open
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
in that amount of time. It's like what? In any amount of time.
I was thinking
It's
about
a difficult task. I mean, once you understand it, though, it's a little bit easier. But it's still wherever it is, you gotta.
Mm.
do you know how much those things freaking cost?
What?
They're like
No.
stupid expensive. A Rubik's cubes.
Really?
He's
Really?
got the cheapest one. He was like, yeah, I want one with like more squares on it and like stuff. But like this is all I could get. And he had like this one that was like it's kind of all twisty and stuff and like rubber almost. But like
Yeah.
yeah, they're like stupid expensive.
I never even.
I had a
checked.
Sudoku
I looked
one.
up like a
I
normal
never
one and
got
it's like
it.
60 something bucks. And it's like, ugh.
What?
And you can get them with like
Like a tournament grade.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
you can get them with like
With
20
bearings.
squares on one side and like yeah,
they
it gets
have
really
some
into
crazy
it.
ones.
It probably has to be able, like, if you're gonna be trying to like set like a world record, I want it to be able to spin really fast. You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't even look up like a high grade one. Like that was like one of the cheaper ones I was gonna get.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I'm okay with like
I
a
could never do them.
cheap one.
And then my other little nephew, he's like a couple years younger, but he knows how to build computers. He's just like a computer
Yeah,
genius.
my one cousin was like built his own computer from scratch that was like clear, so you could see all the parts.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
That's how most people do them.
He's like an engineer now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Shout outs.
pretty crazy. Lives in California.
Shout outs.
I always thought I was gonna kill people when I was a kid.
Oh my god, man. So I think we'll probably end it on
No, it was a
Everyone's
pretty good
been
one.
there.
No, but
Yeah,
That
no
was
one can
good.
tell me they never thought they were gonna be.
I
At
never
one
thought I was
point in their
gonna
life,
be.
I'm like, wonder what it'd be like to be a
Sorry.
serial killer.
oh
No,
yeah,
no.
no, I definitely no. I didn't think about that. I don't think. Oh boy. But it was good seeing you guys. Yeah, we're
Bye.
gonna have to get together another time soon.
God bless.